work. We're going to see a couple of scenes. After each scene, I'm going to freeze the scene. And when I freeze the scene, I'm going to go to the audience, which is you, to reflect it on this. This is that part that I told you how cool it is. How cool it is that you get to actually talk to the characters who stay in character. And we're going to be doing a lot of debriefing, a lot of facilitation of this scenario, this first scenario. So do me a favor. I'm going to press that right there. See this? Right there? See that? And then you're going to shut it down when I say freeze. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's move this out of the way because this is going to be part of the scene. Everything here in the first row is part of the scene. And we're ready? And curtain.
Hey, yo, boys!
Let's freeze the scene.
You all right?
Okay. Can we get somebody to turn the lights on in the back, please? So while we're doing the debriefing, we'll turn the lights back on. Or off. All right, great, thank you. All right. So I'm going to ask, the first thing I'm going to ask is, are you okay? What happened here? You drank too much? Is this your first year here at school? What's the deal? Who are you? What's your name? Wait, you know what? Let me get a microphone for you guys so that you can hear. All right, let's see. Hopefully this is not going to have feedback. Awesome. Who are you?
I'm a freshman. I just started this year, and I'm at this party and drinking along with all my friends and colleagues and stuff.
Your colleagues, your associates, yes. And what happened?
And I think I drank a little too much.
Okay, you drank a little too much. You can hardly even hold this microphone. Okay, so what did you drink? What were you drinking?
Just alcohol. I don't know what exactly.
Okay, all right. Somebody gave it to you?
No, I just picked it up.
Okay, all right. So let me go to the friends. What's going on here? Can you introduce yourselves? Take the mic and introduce yourselves and tell us who you are and what's going on at this party. What's this scene about?
So I'm a second year now. I want to make sure my friends have a good time. So I brought them to the club. we pre-game beforehand, so we're all pretty wasted.
What does wasted mean? What does that mean? What does wasted mean?
Like we're a little too drunk.
So, I mean, you just got here and you're drunk already? I mean, did you drink before?
Yeah.
Ah. In the dorms. What's going on?
Only one works at a time.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's helpful. Okay, great. So, how many of you, is this familiar to you? Have you heard about it? Have you seen it? Maybe you watched it on a TV show or something? Not that you've ever done it yourself, but that before you even go out, and one of the characters was shouting out that it's called what?
Pre-gaming it?
Pre-gaming it? Do we? Is that a familiar term? Yeah. So, wow, that term is way back when. I can't believe that term still is alive today. Pre-gaming. What's the point of that? What's the psychology behind that? What?
Save money.
Oh, save money. Okay, that's good.
Also, if you're not 21, like,
Okay.
you're not.
Awesome.
You're already like,
You're already buzzed. You already got buzz on. You're good. You're okay. You get there and be okay, right? But so money is an issue. Saving money, and if you're underage, okay. What else? Anything else? Goes back to that Popeye thing. Already feeling comfortable. Remember I told you about the self-acceptance piece? Remember I told you about the insecurity piece? So it's the Popeye syndrome. I need courage. I need some courage to go into this situation, into this scene. Okay, what else is going on? Want to share the mic and tell us who you are?
I'm a freshman, and I don't really know anybody here, but I'm just here to, get into the party scene at school.
Okay, all right, good. You don't seem to be drunk.
I'm getting there. It's my first time.
Okay, all right, but you're going slow. You're pacing yourself.
Right.
Okay, very good.
I just brought my friend here. I'll give her a few more shots. She'll get into the mood.
Okay. You don't seem like you're drunk.
No, but I just want to show her it was a good time. Just want to protect her too.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Are you together? No.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are together. Okay, good. Awesome. All right, great. Let's pass the mic and let's talk to, I'm going to talk to this woman last, but let's talk to you. Actually, did you notice something that he did? He dropped something in? He drugged her. Do you want to ask him a question?
yeah, why? Why was I even asked her to touch?
Because she was over there dancing like she wanted it. My boy over here, I just wanted to make sure he had a good time.
Woo! Anybody want to say anything about that? To him? Oh, you look really upset, right? But you want to say something to him?
Yeah.
What do you want to say to him or any of his other friends?
Some of them are not really PG, so.
Say it.
Oh, it's cool. I said shit earlier. So.
Damn, you're really gonna be like that? Like, do you not have a mom or a sister or like a friend that is a female? Or a conscience?
So what? Look at how she's dressed. You think that she really doesn't want to take that?
How does clothing determine answer?
How does clothing determine what?
An answer for consent. How does clothing?
An answer for consent. Excellent. Excellent. Great. I'm going to start this way. We'll go down and just tell me what's you're here in the scene. You look like you're an older guy. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm a little bit older.
Yeah, you're an older guy.
Senior. And just making sure things don't get too far out of hand, I guess. Still want to have a good time.
What do you think about what's going on? Think
I
it's okay?
definitely don't condone it.
Did you notice? Did you see what happened?
I saw what happened.
You think that's okay?
I don't condone it, but that's their thing.
Why did you stop
What do you think? Anybody want to say anything about that?
Why did you stop it?
Why did you stop it?
Well, I mean, as they put it, look how she's dressed. Apparently they're having a good time. Maybe she knew that he did that.
Go ahead.
Why is it always what he wants? What about what she wants?
Why is it always what he wants? What about what she wants?
Good question.
Good question. Anybody else? I see another hand up. Greta, go ahead.
How about you said that's their thing, that's at what point does like a person's safety become your business or your point of interest?
Who are you directing that to? Anybody in particular? All of them.
The ones that saw it happen.
All of them that saw it. How many of you saw it happen? How many of you were aware? Oh, so all the guys were aware. All of the guys knew. What? You look like such a sweet, innocent. Oh
Don't let
my
it fool
God.
you. Don't let it fool
Really?
you.
Innocent, sweet guy.
Ringleader.
I'm so disappointed. Like, I can't believe it. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I saw a little.
And
I just want to make sure they had a good time.
who's they?
My boy Josh over here and his friend Angelica.
Okay. So you didn't feel like you had to intervene?
It wasn't getting too bad yet.
Drugging someone is illegal, isn't it? Right. Okay.
You said
Oh, let me get the mic. Okay. Here you go.
So you said that she was his friend. If she was his friend, why would he need to approach her in that way? Why couldn't he just talk to her on a friendly level?
Anybody want to answer that?
It's a hot day.
Come on. Let's hear it from you. Tell us. Tell us who you are. Tell us what's going on.
I'm fucked up. That's who I am.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Uh-huh.
He's about to get some. It's a party tonight.
Okay. So you're not even, it's not even in your realm of consciousness or awareness that what just now happened was illegal and wrong.
I'm so cross I could care less.
Okay. All right. The villain. Everyone go. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. You want that swag? You're not gonna get it. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. Go ahead.
What's going on, everybody? Why is everyone mad at me? What's going on? What wasn't? I was just having a good time.
Maybe you can walk up to her, then this way she can share the mic with you.
Uh-oh. You can hit him, it's okay.
I mean, it was right to you, but it wasn't right to her.
You mean her? She wants to go home with somebody. She's in the club right now. She's got a drink in her hand. She's gonna go home with somebody. That's how this happened. Her friends let me go to her. Listen, I didn't do anything wrong. All my boys were having a good time. I just gave them everything that I had, everything I brought, what I do. I don't know what happened. I'm just trying to have a good time tonight.
Why did you bring it in the first place?
Why did you bring it in the first place?
Bring what? I'm trying to make sure everyone has a good time.
Was that not a favorite stuff?
I don't know what that was. I handed my boys some stuff. Trying to make sure they have a good time. Got some cocaine, weed. I don't know what you want from me.
Got a hand up over here.
Where we at? How we doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. See, that's the thing. You should ask. You know?
Wait, you want something out of my bag?
No, I'm good. But you should ask her.
Yeah, she wants something. She's out here in this obvious.
She told you?
Yeah, look at her clothing. She wants something tonight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sure that definitely means something to you. But did you ask her in a state in which she is able to respond?
I can ask her later. She'll be okay later.
But later is when it's done. You already did what you did. What does it matter when it's later?
Yeah, you already did what you did. Why does it matter what happens later?
Because that's in my room at that point. That's for me to know.
Yeah, but that's not what the issue is.
She came here with her friends. Her friends are watching her. They let me go up to her.
Her friends were intoxicated.
So is she.
Do me a favor. Speaking of she, let's go ask her. Let's ask her what's going on. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing here? Why are you dressed this way? Should we talk about that? Should we ask you why? Is that our
Well,
business to ask her?
First of all, my name's Angelica, but you know they call me Angie from the block. Honestly, I'm sick of it. My grandma's a Christian. I had to wear these jean skirts to my knees growing up in Puerto Rico. I'm so tired of it. Like, why can't I be me? I want to be in the club and showing what I got so I could get somebody who could love what I got instead of the Bible and telling me what I need to do with my life. So, you know, I'm lit, I'm drunk with my girls. You know, the guys want something, I got something to give them, so what's up?
All right. Oh, we got a question back here. You want to go ask her?
Why do you have so much clothes on? What's wrong with you?
Okay, so I completely, you do you, honey. You go out, you dress out, you have fun, you show your stuff because there's nothing wrong with that.
Look at this.
Yes, period. I'm just, my only worry is the state in which you're in. Are you in a safe place? Are your friends, if you're getting drunk, are your friends going to be there to protect you?
I mean, who cares? I'm grown. What? I just turned 18, 19 last year. Who knows how old I am right now? I'm 21 in his eyes.
Well.
Honestly, you worry too much. Like, come on, girl. We're in college, breaking loose. It's Florida. You got a long sleeve on. You gotta get with it, Trying to join me and the girls one time. We got a fella meeting back there.
I'm taking, thank you for the,
Got a comment, and then we're gonna go see what happens, right?
It's okay to dress that way and show yourself off if that's what you want to do, and it's okay to explore your sexuality like it's normal, and it's healthy, but it's, to be that adult, you should be responsible, and, if, you should be with your friends don't seem to care about you that much, find new friends who will protect you, and it's okay to drink, but you shouldn't be mixing the two. Try to stay in the right state of mind so that you know what you're doing and you can find someone who actually cares about you and actually wants to love your body, not who just wants to exploit it.
Well, you know what? My homegirls, we all want the same thing, so it doesn't even matter at this point. I got to this age, I got no babies. My mom had her first baby when she was 15, girl. I'm accomplished. I'm here to have a good time, and you know what? Birth control is my hero, so what's up?
All right, well, let's see what, you want to see what happens? Let's see how this progresses. Now, it's going to be it's about a month later, right? It's about a month later. Fast forward the tape. Get the lights down. All right. Nice one, like that. Okay, you know what? It's before we go any further, can we just have another light on because that's too many lights off. Let's play with it. That's good.
Hello? Girl, it's been a long day. I haven't joined any clubs. I'm always with my boyfriend. It doesn't even matter. Sociodrama club? You meet 12 to 1 on Wednesdays? Cool.
Hey, who's that? Hey, who's on the phone?
It's my friend.
Okay, who's your friend? Wait, who's on the phone right now? Hey, tell me who's on the phone.
My friend.
Okay, what friend? A guy friend? Who are you talking to? What are you talking? Sexual drama club?
Sociodrama
You said
club.
sexual. Where are you going?
I'm
Who
going
was
to
that?
the club meeting.
Who was that? Tell me who that was right now. Come on, hey, why are you crying? Who was that? I'm trying to talk to you.
You don't trust me.
It's not I don't trust you. I don't trust them, huh? I don't trust those boys. Come on, baby. Hey, don't cry. Come here. Hey, come here. Don't cry. Hey, come here. Look, I got you this necklace. Come on. Hey, I'm not gonna treat you bad. Like, hey, here, come on. Here, take a hit of this. Come on. Here, relax, okay? It's all good. Relax. See? I just don't trust them. All right? Hey, you want to go to the bedroom instead?
Yes,
All right, let's go. Come on. Let's go to the bedroom instead. All right? Let's go.
Okay, freeze. Let's turn the lights back on. So we're going to have an opportunity to talk to Angelica, and what's your name again, sir?
I'm actually Steve. They just call me Josh.
Steve?
It's my hidden name.
Okay, Steve. Slick Steve. We're going to have an opportunity to talk to them. So does anybody have any quick question you'd like to ask Angelica? No? I do. Angelica. Who was that on the phone, number one? And number two, what's this dynamic going on here? And how long have you been with him?
I mean, ever since I saw him at the party, we got together, and from then he told me I couldn't wear those outfits anymore.
How long has it been?
It's been like a month, and you know.
Are you living here with him?
I mean, I have to. I have no choice. I don't have anywhere to go, and my family disowned me from seeing the things that I was wearing out to parties. So I'm living with, I guess, the man of my dreams.
Okay. And who is this on the phone?
It was my friend. She wanted me to join the sociodrama club.
Okay. And he won't let you?
No, because he just thinks that guys will be there, and he doesn't want anyone looking at me.
Doesn't she seem upset? Does she seem upset? Or, so, I mean, that's not having a good time here, right? Why are you in this relationship?
He has money.
He has money?
He has things that make me happy when I'm sad or feeling anxious.
You're talking about drugs?
Depends who you're asking.
Okay, question here. You want to bring the mic over? I have a question.
Are you aware of like any of the resources available that can help?
I mean, you go to those places and then they kind of make you like feel like a victim. I'm a strong Puerto Rican woman. I'm not a victim.
That's not how you see yourself like in the situation?
No, I have to stay strong and I have to stay true. And mental health, no one talks about that at home. What's a mental health? What's mental illness? What's abuse? I don't know what that is. I just know that I have to be a woman for my man.
Earlier you talked about how you were wearing those clothing that like shows off your body and shows off your curves and shows off like how good you look, and now he won't let you wear any of that like your family did. So wouldn't that be like a sign?
I mean, it's no signs. I guess my grandmother was right when she said a woman needed to cover up for her man and only show things to her man and her man only. So when he didn't want me to wear these outfits anymore, I kind of realized that, like I said, I needed to be a woman for my man.
Why are you living for your man?
Because I'm worthless. I don't have anything else.
Who said that?
He did. Why do you believe him? I love him.
Didn't you
He loves
just
me.
say you were independent?
I'm not when I'm with him. I need him.
You don't need anyone except yourself.
You don't need anyone except yourself. Do you see a difference in her from that just a month ago? Right? Now she's all like what? Like what? How would you describe her behavior right now and her mood and her attitude? Huh? You're sad for her.
I'm
Okay.
sad. I'm happy. I'm so happy with him. He makes me feel whole.
When was the last time you genuinely smiled?
Okay. Thank you. Steve. What's your deal, man? Really? Who are you?
Guys don't need to be calling her. She's got random guys calling her, telling her to come to some kind of sexual drama club. I don't even know what do you do there?
Was it a guy that called you?
He's my best friend.
Is it a guy?
No.
I don't know who's there, so I don't know who she's talking to.
So you don't believe her?
Not at all.
Not at all. Wow.
She's in my house. She's got to listen to what I say.
Oh, you got some hands up. You got some fans back there.
Does she do the same with you? Does she like want to know?
She doesn't need to know.
Why not?
Because she's in my house. She's in my house. Everything that I buy her is mine, and now it's hers. She's a part of me.
Whenever she was on the phone, you were yelling at her. You didn't listen to her instead of like ask her politely, like, hey, or you were just yelling and you weren't listening.
I don't know. It wasn't another guy trying to pick up on her. She didn't say that. I hear her say. She's in my house.
Okay, has like anything like happened to you previously, like a previous relationship, to make you the way you are, or?
All that I know is I go to parties, I sell stuff, you know, I give everyone drinks, I do what I need to do to get by. I have money, I don't need anything else.
I know you want to say something real bad. Go ahead. Please, go.
Hi. All right. So when she was on the phone with her friend or whatever, and you were like, I don't know who that is or whatever, and she's like, oh, I want to go to this club or whatever. and you're like, I don't trust them, or I trust you, but I don't trust them, then like, why don't you just like go with her one time to see who's there? So then you have like some control over the environment, and then like if it's okay, dip.
I'm busy too much. I got my own stuff going on with school. Like I said, I got my business on the side. She can go. She can stay here. She's got stuff to do around the house. And she's got homework to do.
What's your business?
That's for me to know. My buddies to know.
I'm going to do a technique, it's called bubbling right now. Bubbling in sociodrama means that only the facilitator and the character can hear each other. Now, I know that you really can hear, but he's going to think that only he and I can hear. So I'm going to bubble you, Steve, you're bubbled. No one else can hear, just me.
Well,
What's your real deal?
stuff back in my life.
Like
You
what?
know, my family brought me into this, you know? They were always involved in drinking and, you know, drugs and stuff. You know, I grew up watching my dad, you know, do the same thing to my mom, so I just thought this was okay.
Are you starting to feel like maybe it's not okay, or like because you just now heard like a bunch of feedback and it seems like people don't really like what you're doing? Are you starting to come to an awareness about it, or not really?
No, I got a lot going on, and I love her. You know, I buy her things when she needs to. She helps me out when I need to. You know, I give her stuff that she wants when she wants it.
Yeah. Have you ever had this kind of relationship before, or is this a pattern for you?
No, like I said, I kind of just do my own thing. I like to go to clubs and pick up girls. You know, hang out with my buddies.
Is this the first time you're asked someone to move in with you, or you've done this before?
This is the first time I've had someone move in with me.
Okay, all right. And are you feeling pressured or something?
No, not at all. It's what I'm used to. Just got to make sure that nothing happens to her, you know? Like I said, I love her. I'll buy her what she needs. You know, she just, like I said, I got limits. She needs to listen to what I say.
Okay, all right. Unbubbled. You're unbubbled. And he's going to have a little bit more of an attitude in front of us, in front of all of you, right? Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask? Our trip counselors would like to ask you something.
Is that typically how issues are resolved, is with sex?
What issues? You taking care of her? Buying her stuff?
So like the little back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
is that typically resolved with sex?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that typically like how things happen and
If something gets angry and she starts to cry, you know, like I said, I got stuff to calm her down. I know what she likes and what she doesn't like. You know, if something gets heated, you know, I know how to treat her. That's why she's living with me. That's why she's been with me for as long as she has.
have you ever held that sex back?
She never denies it.
She never denies it?
Never
Or she goes, let's ask her what she thinks. Let's get her take on it, and then your question's gonna be next. So you're bubbled now, which it's kind of the truth bubble, is really what it is. It's like a truth serum. So you're gonna really tell me the truth about what's going on in your head. The real truth, the real deal.
I mean,
Tell us about the sex piece.
when I was at the party, I was a virgin. I didn't know what I was doing. I kind of just saw all the hot Latina girls on TV, and I wanted to be like them. And then I found that white man dream who could give me all the money that I was never used to. And he buys me things, and he gives me drugs, and he got me this beautiful necklace, and I'm scared of him, but I mean, I like to think that there's nothing I can't get through. So I stay to prove to myself that I'm able to have a man and keep one.
So do you want to ask her about, like, does she say no? Does she feel pressured for sex? Like, what's that whole thing at the end there where he said, let's go to the bed. First he gives us something to take the edge off a little bit, and then go in the back and go into the bedroom. Does anybody want to ask her the question? Right here. You want take that question back there.
So like the first time he met you, he kept saying that you wanted, like, do you ever really want to, like, do you constantly want to have sex with him, and do you think that the edge he gives you, like, do you actually want it?
Truth now, truth serum, bubbled.
I mean,
response.
I truly just feel like sometimes I don't want it, but when I'm high, I kind of do. So that's why he knows that to give me drugs, because I let a bit looser. It's not scary anymore.
Do you really love him?
I love him and I love what he gives me.
Do you love him because he was your first? Do you have that mental, I guess, connection with him?
Can you hear, can everybody hear? Because I can't. Can you just ask her to say that again?
I said, do you love him because he was your first? Do you have him as that placeholder in your mind that you think that because he was your first, like, you know, that should be, I guess, a sacred thing?
I mean, he's my everything. He's not just my first.
Okay. All right, great. Now, you also had a question. Thank you. You had a question for Steve?
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead. You can say it, and then Steve can answer.
Yeah, it was the whole, how do you know when she wants it?
It's just the way we are. The way she looks at me. The way that I treat her.
Yeah, is it that she wants it or you want it?
It's both.
So you think it's reciprocal? Would you agree that it's reciprocal or not really?
If he's standing there, yes.
Ah, if he's standing there, yes, she'll say that. Are you allowed to go out?
No.
What? Are you going to school?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has to pick me up and drop me off.
Do you feel like you seem like you're really afraid right now. Back off. That was the lieutenant. You're bubbled. You're safe. You're safe. You can speak freely to me. Are you thinking about, like, what's your safety issues here? Are you thinking about getting out or trying to think of another way? What's going on? Yeah, hold the mic.
I mean, there's really nothing I can do because he said his grandma's a lieutenant. So he knows all the laws and he says they won't be in my favor.
You were talking to your best friend on the phone. Does she know what happens, or like, have you talked to anyone?
Good. Excellent.
I mean, I don't really tell my best friends because she has a really loving boyfriend and I don't want to seem like the outlier, especially because I was a virgin before and everyone was on me like, why haven't you lost your virginity yet? So now that I'm in this relationship, I must prove to everyone that I'm worth it and I can help keep a man down. And I'm scared of him and I'm scared of the law. I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right, great. So what are some of the positive things, if anything, you see in the scenario? Is there anything positive? I mean, there's a necklace, supposedly, which I don't see. What, did he rip it off in the back? What happened? It was a necklace, right? There was a really nice necklace?
It got a little hectic at that.
It got hectic, yeah, okay. So that's like positive to get some jewelry, right? And to be able to have a nice place to live, no? You don't agree? You don't agree? Tell me why you don't agree. That's not so positive?
Because you only gave her those things to keep her there.
Excellent, great. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say one, like, probably actual positive, and like, even though you don't confide in your best friend, you aren't isolated from her. Like, you do have someone that you can talk to at any time.
Good, excellent, excellent. What are the red flags? Everything was a red flag, right? Okay. So, but let's enumerate them. What are the red flags? The drugs, controlling, jealousy, the yelling, the sex, the buying. Right. All right. Awesome. And what would you recommend for her? What would you tell her? Collectively, as a group, what would you tell her? What would you want her to do?
Probably stay with a friend for a while and then like talk to them and then confide in someone and see if they can help you out and just solve the situation instead of just solving it by yourself. Because like she's obviously afraid and she needs someone else to like help her get out of that awkward, just bad situation.
Great. 2 words. Get out. Get out. It's like the Amityville Horror.
Yeah, I would say if you were like a real life person, you have a phone, take advantage of like the apps they offer as well, like a hidden app. So I think Dr. Phil's wife has an app where if you are afraid of leaving him, it would disguise itself as a newspaper ad that you're reading, and then you can call someone for help.
Wow, awesome.
I was just gonna say that you should know your worth and not have to stay in that relationship.
Kind of like what she was saying, that like you shouldn't be like proving to the world that you're like this great Latina woman. You should be like proving to yourself that you got this and that you could change for the better, not like showing it off. Like do it for yourself.
All right. Last scene. What? Oh, Dr. Session.
really quickly, and this is for all of the friends who were with her during the time that she first met the gentleman. The one thing that you can notice is that her demeanor, her attitude totally changed. She went from being upbeat and happy and positive, even though it wasn't really positive, but it's what she identified as being positive for her, to being very down. And she kept looking down, and her voice was low, and you can tell she was going through somewhat of a depression. And it's good for you as friends to identify when your friends are going through something and question them about it and be there for them. And that kind of prompts a change for them to get help. Because she's afraid to get the help, but when she's hearing from outside people, from those people that she actually realized they care and love her, they care for her and love her, then she'll probably seek the help that she needs. Right now, the only thing that she has in her ear or next to her consistently is him.
Excellent. All right, great. All right, let's go to the last and final scene. We're gonna get the lights, not all of them though. Just one. That's good. That's perfect. And let's see what happens. Curtain.
I'm scared. I don't know what to do. He told me to pack my bag and I'm packing it, but I'm scared. He's not here and he hasn't been here all day. He said he was going out. I don't know where he went, but it's been all night. It's 2 in the morning. Can I stay at your house, please? Please. I don't want to be here anymore, but I'm scared. Please. I don't know what I'm gonna say to him. He's here. He's here. Hold on. He's here. Josh, where have you been?
I just need some water. Leave me alone.
Where have you been? Josh, where have you been?
Why is there any food over here?
No, I was doing homework all day. Where have you been?
Why is there any food?
Because I've been doing homework all day.
Okay, so why you can't cook in the meantime?
No, I was worried about you.
Look at the dishes. You can't even do the dishes while I'm gone.
You're so worried about what I didn't do.
Yeah, look at all the mess.
I haven't seen my family in 6 months.
Okay, what about your family? Your family doesn't want to see you. You don't need to see your family.
You're a drunk.
How am I a drunk? I came out with some friends.
I can't even bring you around them.
Hey, you know where I was with them actually? I went out with Jennifer. So what? So what is that? Huh?
Your money doesn't buy my happiness.
My what? My money? What? What do you mean my money? No one wants you. Your family doesn't want you? Huh? You're nothing. You're nothing without me. Huh? Can't even take a shower while I'm not here? Huh? What are you even doing here? Come on.
I can't do this.
Huh? What can't you do? Huh? Come on. What can't you do? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Leaving where? Huh? No one wants you. What is this? Is this a bag?
No, stop it. Stop it.
What is this? Is this stuff I bought you? More stuff I bought you? Huh? Come on. What are you doing? Here. You know what? Get on the wall. You know, huh? You know, I'll give you something to remember me by.
No.
Hey, freeze. So remember, it's talking about those emotions. You want to talk about it? Mm. Yeah. So this is really intense. And remember, I told you earlier that it might bring up some stuff, right? It might trigger some stuff. So this isn't real, but it can be real, right? It can really be real. So I want to go around the room, and I can see that there's a lot of people that are very, very uncomfortable. I want to first ask Angelica. Why did you pack a bag?
I always kept the bag hidden and packed. I just didn't know when I was going to leave. I was waiting for the last trigger.
Okay, and you got the last one, right? What was something that made you decide that now I am gonna leave?
I always knew he was having sex with other women. I just wanted him to say it.
Is that the reason that she should be leaving? No, right? What should be the reason?
He's completely abusing her and taking advantage of her making it seem like he's in charge and she is her own person and she can leave at any time and get help. And she should have better friends, honestly, than the people that she came with at the party for the first time, so that they have her back and they look out for her to make sure she doesn't get drunk and she doesn't end up with some schmuck, excuse my French a little bit here. So go ahead and go out with him and knowing that he's not a good guy, he's selling drugs, and he's abusing her both mentally and physically, telling her, you know, that no one wants her and that he can go ahead and get any girl he wants because he's sleeping with Jennifer now and can just be with anyone.
And also she has to worry about STDs, no? She has to worry about unplanned pregnancy. He's controlling her birth control, perhaps. And if he's sleeping around, who knows what's happening in terms of transmission of any kind of sexually transmitted diseases. We're gonna go here and then we're gonna go there.
Okay, this is kind of like a weird question, but is he a light sleeper? Like, does he wake up easily? Oh, I was gonna say maybe you could have kept her back and probably find a way out, like using the door or whatever.
I didn't want to leave yet, though. I wanted to know that he was having sex with another girl.
So that was your reason. That was the motivator for you to get you out, even though you knew that you wanted to leave all along, right? Because that's what you've been telling us.
I was thinking you should bubble her.
Bubble her. You're bubbled.
Yeah, I was gonna also say, when he would come at you, you would kind of shrink away. Did you ever think of like, what I learned was you put your hands out like that and you say, stop, Claire, just stop, or don't touch me. Like, you don't, like, did you ever think about doing that?
If I resist, he still does it. If I don't resist, he still does it. He's the one in control.
Okay.
I just want to point out that it's very hard for women to leave these situations. This is going to happen over and over. It's a cycle. It gets shorter and shorter every time. There'll be that honeymoon phase, and then the abuse will start again. So it does get shorter and shorter. It becomes more dangerous, and sometimes resisting is actually the most dangerous thing to do. So protecting herself by putting in a safety plan is very important. Having a vague plan packed, but a therapist and other people can help you guys kind of develop those plans. Sorry, I'm getting emotional because it's very. But women who stay in those situations aren't weak, and a lot of times their friends are trying to support them to get out of it, and it's not that easy. So a lot of them are very hopeful that they'll change, and it's obviously not always that extreme. They might not, the male, if it is the male that is being abusive, the emotional abuse is a lot to deal with. So they're hopeful that they're gonna change. That's why they stay, and a good reason for them to leave is proof that they are with another woman, or there's something that becomes so extreme that they realize that danger is real, and that's just it makes a good reason for her to be able to actually end that commitment.
Excellent. So I'm gonna ask Steve real quick, why do you behave this way? Why are you behaving this way?
I came home from hanging out with my buddies and there's nothing done in the house.
You're drunk, first of all.
No.
Yes.
Not at all.
Yeah, you are.
I'm actually more pissed off than anything because I can't get anything done. I came home with my buddies, just wanted a drink and some food. Can't even get that done around here.
I want so badly to lock him up right now, right? I'd like to put him up against the wall. I can too. All right, two final responses.
Well, this is just like a comment, but you just said you were out with your buddies, but earlier you said you were out with Jennifer.
She was included.
So why can't you hang out with friends and she can?
It's for me to know. It's my house. I do what she does for what I need to say.
So you grew up like this, right? You saw your father hit your mother. You saw your dad do that to your mother. You never wanted to change. Do you want to be like your father?
I never got to change. I was around it my whole life. I don't know what's good, what's bad.
Did you ever think about help?
Great question.
I mean, I have all my drugs and stuff that I get from everything and hanging with my buddies with. That's my help.
Licensed help.
I don't need licensed help. I got my other help.
How did it make you feel when you saw your parents act that way when you were a child?
I just ran in my room. I did what I could. But like I said, that's what I heard, it's what I know. It's hard to get away from that.
Do you think that you have that empathy in you?
right now, I don't know. I got a lot going on. I'm just trying to make sure she's happy and trying to hang out with my friends and just trying to keep myself happy.
Does she seem happy to you?
She seems happy to me.
Okay, he's in denial about his own problem. And the only way for him to really change is for him to recognize that he has a problem. All right. I'm going to ask all of the sociodrama ensemble to come out. All of the members, all of the actors. And when we give them a round of applause, that will take them out of character and they will go back to who they are, the real actors, the real students, the real members of the Sociodrama Club. Give them a big hand. So I'm going to ask the two main characters first to just quickly introduce yourself, tell us what was it like working on this. We've worked on this for a long, long time, this particular Red Flags program.
All right, hi everybody. Like I said earlier, my name is Josh, and if anybody, please no one hit me after. That was just a character. I'm actually a really nice guy. I'm in a really great relationship. She's coming from out of town to see me this weekend. She will be taken great care of. Don't worry, dishes are already done on my side. But if y'all can't tell, this is actually a really hard part to play for me. It took a lot of preparation, considering I'm a really nice guy, actually. But it really shows the difficulties that kind of come from this, these situations. And like I said, even for like everyone here, like now you see the red flags. Now you see what a guy isn't supposed to look like, what he's not supposed to do, no matter how charming, no matter what he has. It's a very toxic situation. I suggest you get away from that as soon as possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelica. I'm a criminal justice major, pre-law minor. Actually, to like break down the beginning, I feel like it's pretty normal to party. I don't do it as often. The hardest part for me in this role is to actually act out the things that I grew up seeing. I'm a first generation student. I'm the first person in my family to even graduate high school, go to college. These are like the things that I grew up around. So to actually sit there and showcase the weakness that I saw in a lot of women in my family and the way that they couldn't get out of these situations, I was put in a really tough situation. It was hard to get Josh to actually scream at me. It was hard for me to, actually I would say the emotional part and the like crying part was not hard for me because those are the things that I felt watching these things happen when I was younger. However, what the hardest part was making it become a part of my reality because I'm here and I'm studying in college and I'm actually performing this in front of you because I don't want it to be part of my reality, and neither do I want it to be a part of yours. Excellent. So if you have come from a background like that, I just wanted to tell you that it doesn't define you. You can literally break that generational curse and be more than what you're used to.
Excellent, great, thank you.
Wow, I gotta follow that. Hi guys, I'm David. I'm a little bit older than pretty much all of you. And I can tell you from experience, none of us up here believe in drugging females, so please don't get the wrong idea from the scenes you've seen. The biggest thing I can tell you, protect yourselves, protect each other, watch out for the girl next to you, whether it's left or right.
Good,
Hi everyone, my name is Kate. I'm a criminal justice major as well. And I have to agree with everyone else, like drugs are bad, alcohol's bad, please be legal if you're gonna start. I don't really have much to say, I'm sorry.
You're fine, that's great.
My name is Michelle, I'm the secretary for the club. I would say it's okay to party, just make sure you're responsible. You know what you're doing, make sure you go out with people you trust. Please don't get wasted at a club or in public, or just don't get wasted at all, just because you really don't know what can happen. Much like Angelica, I did witness this stuff growing up, and it did like touch me emotionally. So I guess try your best to be there for your friends, and now you guys kind of know a little bit more and see the warning signs. Try your best not to allow it to happen to you.
Hi everybody, my name is Julian. I'm actually Vice President of Sociodrama. I just wanted to say you guys might be here out of requirement, I'm not really sure, but give yourselves a round of applause because generally you guys were awesome. It was a tough subject to breach and you guys participated a lot, so thank you so much for that. If you guys liked what you see here today, totally reach out to me. I'm going to stay a little bit after. I have group me. I have text message, WhatsApp, everything. So if you guys are interested in what you see, joining us, totally can talk to me. This stuff is hard, and honestly, like, I haven't experienced this. I've never been in a relationship like this, and I still felt it. So I really believe in what we're doing, and it only goes up from here. So thank you again.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm a public health major, and I'm a freshman as well. And a few things. One, this is also my early immersion thing. I just asked my teacher if it was okay for me to actually participate because I already was, and I could. So yeah, so I'm in the same situation as you guys where I'm doing this for requirement, but it is still a good experience. And joining sociodrama, I personally really enjoy everything. We're actually talking about some serious stuff. And it's not all gloomy, we're not just, sitting down there sad talking about, sexual assault and substance abuse. We're having, we're still having a good time, but our main focus is to just bring awareness and attention to this. And about the scenes and everything, so like my character, how I said that, I'm just here to look for, some friends and, people to hang out with. It's okay to know someone who does these things. You're not gonna help it if you find someone that's involved in this type of crowd. Just try not to put yourself in that, because if you know that, if you're aware that it's not worth it, if you're aware that, it's gonna affect you in a certain way, then just try your best not to get too deep into it, because my character is in the scene, but she may or may not get into it more deeper than everyone else in the scene was either. So just as long as you're self-aware and you know who you are and your self-worth, then it's easy. But if you don't, or you know someone who isn't, then try to get them as aware as well.
All right, good.
Hey everyone, I'm Michelle, I'm the treasurer for the club. I would just say be responsible. Just know who you're hanging around with. There's good people and bad people. Know how to choose them out between class, crowd, anywhere. And yeah, just be a little bit more mature. And yeah.
Great, thank you. And the last person who's going to speak is Orlando Padilla. He is our president of the Sociodrama Club.
Hi guys. Sorry for cursing, by the way. I don't drink and I don't smoke. I don't do any of that, so that's kind of a learning curve. I kind of had to act because I don't know what it is to be drunk. I've never been drunk before. That bottle that you guys saw is not mine. It's for my roommates. They are above age, so I'm always the one who has to make sure everyone's safe and nobody gets hurt. I'm always a designated driver. If any of you guys are as well, shout out to you guys. This scenario as well was kind of hit home because my sister was in a very similar situation. She's a lot older than I am. She's 42, but she was in a similar situation to this. So growing up, I saw it, and my mother was two times they attempted to rape her in another country. So this kind of hits home. But yeah, thank you guys for paying attention. Thank you guys for participating. Like Julian said, if you guys are interested in joining the club, this isn't all we do. We do anything around that affects social issues. So it can be bullying, racism, sexism, police brutality, medical malpractice. We're doing one for the dental school next week. It can literally be about anything. Come talk to either me or Julian. We'll stay for a little bit. Thank you guys.
So let me ask you this. Great. Give them another round of applause. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. How many of you enjoyed what you experienced in the last 2 hours? Did you think that it was an effective way to get to these topics? All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Dr. Sessions. It's all you.
Thank you. Again, a round of applause for everyone up here. You guys did a fabulous job. Thank you, Dr. Telesco. She was actually out on break when I contacted her and requested for her to host one of these activities, and she actually took the time over her break to get this prepared and reach out to these guys to make this happen. So thank you very much for doing this. As a requirement for your Excel requirement, you must sign out. So please do not leave here today until you sign out with the chaperone in the back of the room. We actually have some brochures for you. Trip has already. Oh well, thank you guys also for coming today. you're interested in taking one of their brochures, you can pick one up here. It's up on the front table. If you're interested in joining the Criminal Justice Honor Society, there are also brochures up here. We have some pamphlets. I'm sure all of you guys are aware you have an opportunity to double major if you're interested, or choose a minor in another major, such as criminal justice. If you're interested in that as well, we have the Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. We have a flyer up here for you to go even further. We also brought one for the Master of Science and the Master of Human Services in Child Protection, because this type of abuse doesn't just stop with you as adults, it also happens with children. So one of our programs, we have a program specifically that you can major in that helps you advocate for children who cannot advocate for themselves. So this is pretty much all that we have. We thank you guys for attending today. And we also have some swag. I forgot about that.
Swag.
We have, and you can choose between a bag with a water bottle or a lunch bag, also with a water bottle. So you can just come up here and see me after you guys sign out and choose your item.
And the Sociodrama Club crew is going to hang around a little bit, so if you want to talk to them, you can. And also the trip counselors.
I'm sorry. No, I'm here. I gotta go across the way, but I saw you.
Hey.
We could just put them in the trash. Well, yeah, we should put the ones with water. Yeah.
Wait, hold on, Michelle, be smart.
For real.
I was like watching.
You know I gotta mess with Michelle.
Yeah, my roommate, I told him that I would like get him back.
He answers to Steve.
She's like, I've been called Steve so much.
Watched the 3 times.
Like, this is good.
It's funny because like after like I have like 2.
And if you guys are interested in joining the Sociodrama Club, I'll be right here. You guys can share your contact information. I can reach out to you, let you know anything. I won't be offended if not either. So, I'll be right here.
Because, you know, it's cool. You know?
I saw David, he looked at the
Okay, so you guys just go around doing that presentation.
He like handed it out, he was like,
Because we,